What did Joel Embiid hear all year last year going into those playoffs? The one guy who can stop you is Al Horford. Yeah. And guess what?
He's your teammate now.
Breaking news on SportsCenter, the NBA stealing all the headlines again. Our man Adrian Wojnarowski reporting Russell Westbrook on his way to Houston.
Howard was in L.A. briefly, we recall, and that went horribly badly. Do you like the fit of Dwight Howard with AD and LeBron?
With AD and LeBron. Welcome to the Season 2 premiere of the Voice of Reason podcast, Episode 18. And as usual, I'm Joe.
And this is Lito.
And we're here with everything you need to know about the National Basketball Association. Now, Lito, it has been a while since we talked about basketball. Like, the summer hit, and we've been all on wrestling now, but the season is about to start. We're coming back. We're feeling the electricity.
Yes, we are.
Right?
We are. We're back.
Now, just to remind all of our listeners, at the end of our basketball podcast before the summer, you told me that you were a free agent. That this next season you're moving on from the Thunder.
If players can move on, fans can move on. Yes, I said that.
And I could never argue with that logic. Because first I was like, man, he ain't loyal. But I thought about it, I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah. The NBA, they change teams all the time. A lot of people actually follow, go with their favorite players or they do whatever, right? But there were quite a few choices that it could have been, right?
Yes.
So it could have been the Phoenix Suns.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
your old school team back in the Steve Nash days, right? It could have been it could be that Joker.
Yes.
That Joker over there in Denver.
Yes.
Right? It could be your boy Luka down there in Dallas. But you know what? Let me stop talking, all right? I'm just going to leave it up to you. I'm going to ask one simple question. Lito, who is your team?
All right. Starting this fall.
Drum roll.
I am taking my talents to Houston.
Oh, the Houston Rockets. No one saw that coming.
It was close.
Was it?
It was close. I was trying to start fresh, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going back home to Phoenix. I have to. They got something going on right now in Phoenix. And they have a lot of potential, but I'm like, you know what?
Always have a lot of potential.
I can't leave the Brody. Not yet. I can't. So I'm going with Houston, and I don't know what I expect this season, but I know that James Harden and Russell Westbrook is going to give it their all. They're going to have a hell of a season. Hopefully, they'll compete for a championship.
Hopefully.
We'll see what Mike D'Antoni does in the defensive end. Not offense, but defense is the only spectacle that I'm worried about.
My guess is nothing.
Other than that, I'm ready to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Wow.
The Brody and the beer are back. And I can't wait.
Back and better. Have you seen the Brody's new hair he got going on? Yeah, he's ready for them grown ass kids.
Hopefully.
He's ready for them. He's ready for him in Houston. Don't let nobody touch him. Don't touch me, little boy.
Yeah.
Like he got the hair to go along with that attitude now. Like he's ready.
Yeah.
New city, new start.
Yeah.
He down there in Houston, H-Town.
A fun fact about Russell Westbrook real quick. He has potential to make history. He has always done a triple-double for every team that he faced. Except the Thunder. So
I read that.
He can be the first ever to have a triple-double against every team in the league. So that's going to be interesting to watch if he does that.
And he's going for that. He's going. You know he's going for that.
If I know that's that, he knows that's that.
He definitely knows. Just like his 2020 game.
Yep.
R.I.P. Nipsey.
Yep. It's going to be great. We'll see how they gel. I'm gonna miss Steven Adams. That's my guy, man. But now we have the African center, Clint Capella.
You've been terrible at accents tonight.
I know.
Like you tried a southern accent earlier, it just sounded crazy.
I know. But we'll see. I'm not gonna lie though. I might be voting for two teams this year because I'm sorry. I do like the Suns, man. I see a lot of potential in that team, but I'm sticking with the Houston Rockets. But don't be surprised if you see a post from me. Let's go, Phoenix!
Trust me, I will not be surprised by any of your posts because you go, let's go, everybody, every single year. All right, but I understand why you picked the Houston Rockets.
I have to.
What else do they have? Like, what else are you looking forward to seeing? Like, what are you looking forward to seeing from them? What style? And here's a good question too. What style of play, at least offensively, do you think that they should play that will work well for them? Because it's going to be hard integrating both of them into the same system like that.
Yes, people think that James Harden should be running the point and Russell Westbrook should be the shooting guard. I think
saying that for years.
Yes, but I think they should just alternate one another. I think Russell Westbrook should take a step back a little bit. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but he should a little bit because this clearly is James Harden's team. But for them to work together, in my opinion, they just got to share the ball once in a while. It worked with Chris Paul.
You just said that James Harden and Russell Westbrook.
I think it's gonna work. They know each other since they were kids. They were great in OKC, mind you. This wasn't the same James Harden.
He was coming off the bench.
Yes, he was.
He was
but in the crucial times, they did at the fourth quarter and the second half majority. They were working together as a team, and then you had in the second. No.
I remember James Harden folding like a lawn chair. That's what I remember.
Well, that's playoff.
When it really mattered.
And that hasn't changed.
Yeah,
that hasn't.
Hey, that's your guy again. You can't be talking
I'm
shit.
Sorry.
That's your
but
guy
that
again.
have not
calm
changed.
down.
But I tell you what. I feel like if it worked in OKC, even though he was young and he wasn't dropping 30, averaging 35 points a game, whatever it was, but I feel like in this year, I feel like it's going to work. I feel like James Harden is going to have his moment. He's going to defer. If James Harden deferred to Chris Paul, he definitely can defer to.
He didn't defer to Chris Paul.
He did it once in a while.
Not really.
I don't like Chris Paul. Don't get me wrong.
We know how you feel about Chris Paul.
But he did defer to Chris Paul a couple times.
I mean, he did at times, but like he averaged like 36 points a game last year. He didn't defer to anybody.
But I mean,
like he was jacking up shots.
They sure to rock.
Yeah, and his numbers went down. His shooting percentage. You know, James Harden was a less efficient player last year. And did you hear about him whining about not winning the MVP last year? Did you hear about that?
I heard
talking about I had a season, I had X amount of 50-point games, I had a 60-point game, blah, blah, blah. Talking about he deserved it over Giannis. And my thing to that is, like, you're talking about scoring, but what else do you do, homie? I mean, don't get me wrong, he does rebound, and he does have the assists too. But what Giannis did for his team, I think he deserved the MVP.
I think it should have went to Russell Westbrook again, back to back to back.
Yeah,
3 seasons averaging a triple-double. And I don't care if people say, oh, in today's NBA, that's easy. That's still a lot of work.
It's not
easier.
Easy.
To me, that's still a lot of work. It should have went to Russell Westbrook. But James Harden does have a case, but it should have been, they got it right. It should have went to the Greek Freak. They got it right. But if my choice is Russell Westbrook. But anyway, the only thing I'm worrying this team is 2 things. Mike D'Antoni. And another thing is I feel like, and you know how I am with small forward.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Like they need
Nobody
a small
can win
forward.
without a small forward.
They need a small forward, right? Because who you have? PJ Tucker?
I don't know. Probably.
Like this is all new to me. I'm in a new environment, new team.
You don't know what's going
I'm looking to my small forwards, and I'm just looking at PJ Tucker, and I'm like, "What? Really?"
Well, they got to defend Kevin Durant.
I guess so.
Not this year.
Yeah.
Well, do me this favor. Give me a number. Give me a number of games that you think they're going to win.
I can't give you a number, but I'm gonna tell you confident they're gonna finish first place. Knowing what we know about the Golden State Warriors. Maybe second because Denver Nuggets, we can't knock them out. They're gonna get better.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna put Houston in first place. Mike D'Antoni, offenses wise, he's a genius, and I feel like he's gonna make this work. And they're gonna gel and they're gonna click. And I feel like they're gonna be number 1 in the West.
Okay.
So that's my pick. Maybe 57, 56, 50.
Wow, look at you. Okay, you're gonna be surprised by this. All right.
What?
You're gonna be surprised by this. But I believe that they are going to be a really good team in the regular season. They've been spending a lot of time together during the offseason, kind of like working out together and working on their games together. I've peeped that in their little Instagram and YouTube videos and everything. Yeah, like with the punching bag, right?
Yeah.
Like I peeped that. So I do believe, and they have like history together, playing together, and they've been friends, and I'm sure they've also like worked out together in the offseason before.
Yeah, they
were even teammates. So I don't think it's going to take them that long to gel. It's going to take them a little bit of time for like everybody else to get on board with what they're doing. But I don't think it's going to take them that long to gel. And I actually think it's going to be successful. I think in the regular season, I expect them to win 50 plus games. I don't think they're going to finish first. All right. But I do think they're going to be in the top 4. They're going to win over 50 games. They're going to be a really good team. And I think at times, like especially when they really get going, they're going to win a lot of games in a row. And they're going to blow teams out.
Yeah.
Playoffs, however, I don't think that they're going to get very far in the playoffs. I think second round maybe, but I don't think they're going to get further than that. I think that a team isn't quite deep enough to get further into, the playoffs they need to go. And I don't think that they match up too well with some of these other teams that have like more size and more, athleticism inside.
They are a little deeper in the power forward and center position. I feel like Capella, and I remember in the mid-season when Capella got hurt, Kenneth Fareed picked up his game and they signed him again. He's part of the team. If Kenneth Fareed can offer the same element that he provided last year, I feel like they're deeper a little bit in playoff. But I just feel like they need. I know you know how I am with small forward, but I feel like they need another creator at that position at least that can create, because they have what's his name, Doc Rivers' son. What's his name? Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers.
Yeah.
But he's not a small forward, so maybe you're gonna be running 3 guards to create and shoot. So I don't know. I just feel like their lineup of going small will be what? Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Doc Rivers, and then at the 4 you have PJ Tucker, and then at the center you have Capella. I still think that they need.
Austin Rivers.
Yeah. So we shall see. We shall see.
Yeah.
But let's talk about. We talked about my former new team now.
Okay.
Let's talk about the heart and soul of Philadelphia. Yo, the governor. What you think about the Sixers this year?
Woo!
Are you ready for the Al Horford movement? For the Josh Richardson movement?
I like it. Don't forget about my rookie, Matisse the Bully.
I forgot
my
about him
first round
already.
pick, Matisse the Bully. Okay, I would be remiss if I don't go back to how our last season ended. The shot by Kawhi Leonard. Once again, still to this very day, I have not seen any replays of that shot. I watched it live. I watched it in real time. I shut off the TV and I calmly went to bed. And I have not, I have not watched that shot since. But I'm gonna tell you, like, that shot almost killed my love of basketball. Like, after that shot, like the next day and the next few weeks, I was like, man, I don't think I can go through this again. I don't think I can go through a whole nother season of Sixers basketball for it to end like that.
Yeah.
That was a knife to my heart, Lito. It was a knife to my heart. And I'm not going to lie to you. I literally just got over that like 2 weeks ago. Like, I just started getting hyped again for basketball like 2 weeks ago. When I like woke up one day and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. And you know what? I am ready. And you know what news? What news brought me out of my depression, out of my malaise?
What's that?
Out of my complete disgust with basketball. That was Joel Embiid. That's the goon from Cameroon. That is my African assassin. You know what? He has been hibernating all summer, okay? We know the last time we really saw him on a basketball court, he was crying and he was being held by Marc Gasol, the guy who gave it to him in that series. He was holding him close, telling him it was going to be okay, which is something I still don't like. I don't care what you say. You should not be hugging the person who just gave it to you during that series. That's neither here or there, though, right? So Joel Embiid basically came out of his like self-imposed, isolation, and he did an interview saying that he has lost 25 pounds.
Really?
Yes, he has lost 25 pounds. And the biggest knock on him, at least physically from last season, was that he couldn't make it through a full season, that he couldn't stay healthy, that his conditioning was terrible.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's worked on that, he's actually lost that 25 pounds is great. Remember that Kobe Bryant commercial he did with Kanye West?
Yeah.
Where he was like, but Kanye, are you a different beast and the same animal?
Yeah.
That is what Joel Embiid is right now. Or it's like same animal and different beast. That's who he is right now. He is the same animal, different beast. That's who he is. And I'm loving it. So that right there gave me all the confidence in the world that my team is going to do something. And then Ben Simmons, it looks like he put in work this summer. But it They were saying he put in work last summer too, and nothing came from that. So we'll see. We'll see.
There's videos out there of him. We saw it last year as well, but I don't think we saw it this much this year as last year.
Well, this year is a PR campaign.
Yeah, we saw him, and the jump shot looks good. The mid range, the 3-pointers, they look good on.
That's against Scrubs of the
Summers.
That's against Scrubs against the YMCA. Though.
That's true.
And I know, like everyone who's listened to me, in person or on this podcast knows that I've been very hard on Ben Simmons last season. Since basically opening tip of last season because I saw that he made no improvement and it was pissing me off. But I'm giving this man a chance. We gave him a big contract, so I'm pulling back on all my criticism. I'm just going to sit back and watch. But I'm not going to judge by these little YouTube clips against, people at the Y. I am not going to judge based off of that. I want to wait until the regular season and see what happens.
Well, I'll tell you what. To me, as a fan watching basketball, I feel like it should be the Ben Simmons show now.
You always say that.
I feel like, hold on, let me see it. Let me finish.
That since day
Jimmy
one.
Butler is out. He didn't want to be with y'all. He wanted that money. He wanted that lifestyle.
He wanted South Beach.
Well, not that money because you guys could pay him.
Yeah.
But he wanted that living style in South Beach.
I told you he wants to take his shirt off around the beach. I told you that last season.
But I feel like now it should be the Ben Simmons show. Step aside and you're going to help me out, but it's my team now. I'm the captain now. Give him the green light. Let him do what he does. Because I'm telling you, in Ben Simmons, I trust, all right?
Okay, now, we haven't done this in a while, but let me remind you. 27.5 points, 13.5 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 2 blocks a game, best defender in the league. This is Joel Embiid's team, and he will step aside for no man, especially somebody who hasn't proved that he can shoot the ball yet. So, no, you're completely off by that. But what Ben Simmons needs to be, though, is that right-hand man. He needs to be that number 2. He needs to be the guy that we can count on, not the guy we saw in the Raptors series, the guy we saw after Jared Dudley started talking shit in the Nets series. That's the guy who I need this season, and that's the guy who we paid to be on the team this season.
You also pay somebody heavily, and you haven't brought him up.
Well, we haven't gotten to Mr. Tobias Harris
all right,
yet.
go ahead.
But honestly, now the question, now that Jimmy Buckets is gone, right? The question is who's going to take that last shot. And in my opinion, the guy we should go to is Tobias Harris. He's been working hard this summer too. I've seen him. I've seen my boy. He's out there working too.
He should.
And so, but Tobias, he's the guy who can get a shot off the dribble anywhere on the floor and make it. He's that guy who can come off screens or, create his own shot. So, in the last moments, I mean, maybe things should kind of go through Embiid a little bit, or maybe even Ben Simmons can set things up. But Tobias Harris should be the guy that we're looking for.
Wait, we're talking about Tobias Harris?
Yeah.
Oh. For a moment, I thought you guys got Kevin Durant. You were saying coming off screen, shooting. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Well, Kevin Durant don't got no foot, so he came off no screens right now.
Too soon, man.
Foot fell off.
Too soon.
His
Hopefully he heals right, all right?
He'll be fine. He got that money. He's going to be all right. 85% of Kevin Durant is still enough. So I think he'll be okay. But one thing I do want to bring up, though, is a big mistake that I think we made in the draft. And you know how I feel about my rookies. I support all my rookies. I supported Markelle Fultz. Until almost the end.
Watch out, Orlando.
That's neither here nor there.
Orlando gave him
He's
that
not on our
money.
team.
All right.
This is Sixers topic.
All right.
We're not talking about them.
False.
We're not talking about him.
False.
I can't wait. We can have this conversation some other time.
But go ahead.
But it was him, and then my rookie that we traded away, Landry Shamet, which was such a huge mistake. That was my rookie. This year, my rookie is Matisse the Bully. His name is Matisse Thybulle, but I always call him Matisse the Bully. That's what his name looks like.
I like it.
He was Defensive Player of the Year in the NCAA. I'm taking nothing away from him. I'm sure he's a great kid. I'm sure he's a great defender. I'm sure he's going to be a good pro. But the person who I wanted was Carson Edwards. And I believe he was at Purdue last season, I believe it was the school. But they made a great run in the tournament. We were there watching it, at the bar how good that kid was.
Yep.
His workouts were great.
Yep.
Everything that he did was great. Now, we could have got him at the same position that we got Matisse the Bully. We actually had a late first-round pick and an early second-round pick. But we passed on Carson Edwards and we got the Bully. And I think that was a mistake. I think what this team is missing is a little bit of depth of shooting. I think that might end up being a problem for us. And I think that Carson Edwards is going to be a good pro. with the Celtics. It's going to piss me off if he ends up being a good pro. I'm going to be like another mistake. That
He went to the Celtics?
Yeah, he did. They picked him right before our first pick in the second round, and we traded up to get Matisse. And like I said, I'm not saying nothing about my boy, okay? That's my rookie. I'm not trying to disparage him, but we did not need to move up to get him. In my opinion, we could have had them both. I feel like we could have had Carson Edwards at our first pick in the first round, and then we could have got Matisse in the second round. I think we're going to regret not having Carson Edwards on our bench. And the only reason why I didn't want to draft him is because he's 6 feet tall. As if, like a Hall of Famer in Philadelphia history, the answer, Mr. Allen Iverson, wasn't 5'11", balling on everybody for 10 years.
Yeah.
Like for me...
Especially in today's era. Come on, man. Height, do we really care about heights right now? Like,
well, I mean, you do when it comes to Isaiah Thomas, but...
No, but that's a different story.
Okay, whatever.
You need to be this tall to ride. All right.
I got you. But yeah, I just that's the one thing that I'm concerned about is that. But the rest of the team, we've got Al Horford, Big Al, and I have a lot of respect for Al Horford, even more so now he's not a Celtic anymore. But I've always liked him. I always called him Baby Tim Duncan. I think we overpaid for him. a little bit, but I do believe that he's going to be good. And a lot of people are predicting for us to win the East. I'm not.
Woo!
They are. A lot of people. I'm not one of those people, though.
Yeah.
I mean, not win the East, but finish first in the East. Well, and win the East. But I don't know if we're going to finish first. But I think we're going to be, of course, in the top three. And I think it's going to be still a tough road trying to get past, Milwaukee and maybe the Pacers if Oladipo comes back. But I think we're going to be okay.
For those that are listening right now, our next podcast, we're going to reveal our early playoff prediction for next year. We're going to predict the ranking of the East side and the West side. So that's going to be next week.
Moving on up.
All
right. Well, we both talked about your new team and my old team of 30 years. But, Lito, I have another question for you, though. So, besides your team, what are some other teams that you're really looking forward to seeing next year?
All right. Simple. The team that I almost pick. Mm-hmm. The Phoenix Suns.
Of course we know it's going to be them.
We have, and I'm going to say we because I'm with them, all right? We have Monty Williams as a coach. Uh-huh. We finally have a coach, all right? Uh-huh. We still have Booker. He gets those buckets, all right? And he books y'all every time when he plays the Sixers. He books y'all, all right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he books us from 15th place in the West.
We got...
Good for him.
we got DeAndre... Ayton. We got Aaron Baines from Boston Celtics. I feel like that is a big pickup for them as a backup.
He didn't really do nothing last year.
Yeah, but that is a tough, gritty center as a backup that he gets bored. So I'm happy with that. Hold on, I'm not even done. They got Kelly Oubre from Washington Wizards.
I like him.
That was a big pickup too.
I like him a lot. He's good off the bench.
Drum roll, please. They got Ricky Rubio. All right.
You made me drum roll that? You made me drum roll that? What?
Yo,
I wish I'd have known. I take my drum roll back.
This Phoenix Sun era is going to be beautiful to watch with Ricky Rubio running the point. You have shooting guard, Booker. You have center, Ayton. You have small forward, Kelly Oubre. Power forward. Who do we got now?
Who's that?
Your boy.
Who's
you guys drafted him.
Who's that?
Dario Saric.
Y'all traded for y'all traded like a high pick for him.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Y'all went from 5 to 11, and he was part of the deal, which I thought was a terrible. I thought that was.
I thought that was a good pickup for them.
I mean, it's a good. Don't get me wrong. Dario's my boy. Super Dario. But trading down for that in the draft? Nah,
I think that was a big pickup. And then they also got Tyler Johnson. He's from Miami, a backup shooting guard. And he's all right. So I feel like the Phoenix Suns are making waves a little bit. I'm not going to say that they're in the playoff bound. They're not there. But they will be not in last place.
Before you move on to your next thing, I just want to say a couple of things. Aaron Baines hasn't been good since the playoff run before when Kyrie was hurt. He was really good in that playoff run, but he hasn't been good since then. And, I mean, your Phoenix Suns, they're like 15th in the West. They're always 15th in the West. Good for them is finishing 10th. But hey.
10 is an upgrade, though.
It's an upgrade.
All right?
You're right.
And who knows? Because this year, who knows? The NBA is wide open in the West, so we shall see if they get something grooving. Okay. Maybe in the midseason they can pick up an all-star or a starter caliber. Who knows? But anyway, the other two teams, I'm just gonna shine light on them real quick. Denver Nuggets, we know what they're about. The only thing that I'm very looking forward to and very excited about is Djokovic another year. See how his gameplay progress, and also Jamal Murray.
He disappeared like Ben Simmons in the playoffs last year.
I wouldn't say that, but in the playoff he balled out. Except the last game, Game 7, he.
Nah, it was the whole second round.
Nah,
I mean it was like the last few games.
I think Game 7 he disappeared.
Okay,
but and then my guy, my rookie, is finally debuting. I've been waiting for him last year. He's finally not hurt. Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
He's finally going to debut, so I'm looking forward to that. And the last team, and it's two teams, but I'm just going to say it, the Hawks with Trae Young, and then the other one, Dallas. I want to see what Porzingis and Luka does. So those are the two teams that I'm very looking forward to besides Denver and Phoenix.
Okay. All right. So you ready for the right list now?
I mean, come on, I gave you a great list.
You gave me some scrubs.
What?
You gave me some scrubs. Come on,
right,
Phoenix Suns. I'm sorry, but they have too much talent to be as bad as they are. I mean, the other teams, I get it. Denver Nuggets, they finished second last year. I get it. You know, the Hawks, I get it.
Trae Young.
The Mavs, I get it. But Phoenix, they're just such a disappointment. Such disappointment. They have too much talent to be as bad as they're
going to shock you this year.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be shocked.
We'll see.
All right, here are my teams, okay? First team is going to be pretty obvious, all right? It's going to be the team that caused your team to break up and caused you to become a Houston Rockets fan. And that is Dame Dollar, the best rapper in NBA history, the Portland Trailblazers, right? Like, I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do. I know they haven't quite made it, over the past few years, but they're getting better. Like, they were swept a couple of years in a row. Last year, they made it to the Western Conference Finals, but they were swept by the Warriors team. But that was a tough matchup. They didn't have Nurkic. But this year, they'll have Nurkic coming back at some point, which is going to be great. Of course, they still have Dame and CJ. And they have a good pickup there with Whiteside as their backup center. So they'll have Whiteside there to kind of take those duties until Nurkic comes back.
Yeah.
And when he comes back, that's going to add some depth to them. And they got Pau Gasol, too. I know Pau Gasol's old and...
They got Pau Gasol?
Yeah.
What?
He's not doing nothing.
That's good, though.
But his leadership, though, is going to go a long way. Like, his playoff experience... Like, and he's really cool under pressure. He put his big boy pants on like Kobe told him back in the day. So
you're right.
So I mean, I think he's going to be a good influence in the locker room, even though he's not going to have like too much impact on the floor. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. I will try and stay up late to watch their games if I can. Next team I'm going to give you.
What?
The Golden State Warriors.
Oh my God.
I am so excited about them. I know everybody's like they're going to fall off, but you know what? Remember what I told you when Kevin Durant went over there? Remember what I told you? I told you that they're going to have a nice title run. They're going to win 2-3 championships maybe, and then Kevin Durant's going to move on. And when he does, it's going to kind of break up their whole team. And he took up so much of their salary cap that they couldn't really add too much depth to their team. This year, they're going to get back to playing the way they were when they were 73-9, when Steph Curry was the first undisputed NBA MVP. They're going to get back to that. And they have my guy D'Lo helping him hold the fort down until Clay comes back, which they expect to be sometime mid-season or maybe towards the end of the season for that playoff run. So when he comes back, now people say they're going to trade D'Lo, but I don't see that happening.
I see that happening.
I don't see that happening. If they do, I would say trade him to us, but that's not going to happen either. We don't got no money to be trading for D'Lo. But
Simmons and Golden State, I can dig that. But go ahead.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
But that's not true. Ben is my guy. Oh,
now he's your guy.
Ben is my guy. Like, I gotta get off of this because I was hating all last year. I gotta get off of this. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. I think it's going to be going back to that real fun basketball again. Like when Kevin Durant was there, like it wasn't fun anymore. Like it wasn't as fun to watch as it was before. Like all the movement, all the passing, all the motion, like that motion offense they were doing. Like with KD, it was a lot of ISO. You know, it was a lot of that when he was there, but I look forward to him getting back to that. My other two teams, I'm going to do real quick, all right? I'm going to give you Atlanta. You talked me into Trae Young. When he was first drafted last year, you were the one, right, who said that, look out for Trae Young. That's my guy. That's my guy. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. It's Lito being Lito. But you're right, though, because I saw it firsthand. He gave it to my team. Yeah. He gave it. Every time he played us, he gave it to us. Like, he really gave it to us. And I think we split with them, or maybe it was 3-1 us. But all those games were difficult. They were difficult, and Trae balled out. So I feel like I saw enough of Trae last year to where I was very impressed of where he was just in his rookie year. And I just felt like that was good.
And they won. I feel like they quietly won the draft this year. They did a lot of good pickup. I don't know.
It's the
top
Hawks.
of the. I know.
It's the
I know.
Hawks.
But they're a team that are slowly gonna get better if they gel together. They might be the next Thunder. Like, who knows? Like, for real, like, they grew together and started, winning and all that. Mm-hmm. Who knows? Like, they have potential. But what's your last team?
My last team is the Bulls because of one man. My guy, your guy, our guy.
The best here in the NBA.
Kobe White.
Yes.
Right? Like, and you know what won me over to him? I don't even remember watching him play. I'm sure I did because we've been doing the March Madness thing for like the last few years. So I'm sure I watched him play in college. But what really got me was when he got drafted and his boy got drafted too. Yeah. And he didn't know he got drafted. And just his reaction, just his love and his excitement that his boy got drafted. The way that came across, that spoke to me. I feel like with that kind of energy, I can't do nothing but root for you. Yeah. So I hope that he does well, and I hope the Bulls do well because of him. Obviously, not better than my Sixers, but I'll be looking for him all season. I really will.
He's good. He's a good player. Mm-hmm. And speaking of the Hawks, real quick, I do want to give shout out too. They did pick up Allen Crabbe from Brooklyn. I think that was a good acquisition, a shooting guard. And then you got once again Vince Carter for his last season.
God,
so we always gotta be excited for that, all right? Vinsanity. But anyway, I'm excited. Speaking of last season, even though this ain't gonna be LeBron last season, let's talk about the Lakers, all right? I rarely like talking about the Lakers, but this season we have a lot to talk about the Lakers, all right? So, do you like the acquisitions that they did to finish their roster?
And what acquisitions are those?
Well, they got your boy Kyle Kuzma.
That was probably the best way you've done tonight. That was the best. Like you imitating me with Kyle Kuzma was your best one tonight. Good job.
You know I don't feel that guy. To me, he's just a regular player. But anyway,
he is a diamond in the rough. He is ready.
They got Kyle Kuzma. You got LeBron. Of course. You got Anthony Davis. Danny Green. And then, sadly, they got DeMarcus Cousins, but he's out. His career might be done, but who knows? That's the second time
but
that happened.
he's never going to get that big contract that he wants now.
And it's sad. That is sad. You got to feel for the guy. I mean, we want these players to get paid. Mm-hmm. I mean, people say basketball is easy, but these guys put their heart and soul. They're 82 games, is it, a year?
Yeah, 82.
And then preseason, it's just a lot of games for them. And I feel bad for him.
I feel bad for him, but like when I think of that, the only thing I can really say is that Vlade was right. And I said to everybody too, when Vlade traded him to New Orleans, they didn't want to pay him that big contract. I said, like, I believe that Vlade is right because me looking at him and the way he plays and the way he leads, I never saw him as a guy that would be a centerpiece of a championship team. So I think Vlade was right about him.
But what Lakers did when that happened, they basically, JaVale McGee is going to be the starting center. And the backup is going to be Superman in the building. Dwight Howard comes back to the Lakers. And you know how much I feel. I love Dwight Howard. I never stop doubting his game. Yes, his game decreased a little bit. But I always, a little bit. But I always support this cat. And how do you feel about Dwight Howard coming back to the Lakers?
Well, the first thing I want to say about Dwight Howard is that you know how I feel about him. I was actually a Dwight Howard guy when he first got drafted.
And he should be starting, by the way.
I agree. He should definitely be starting over JaVale McGee. I mean, no matter how I feel about Dwight Howard, he should be starting.
Maybe he is starting, but I'm not sure yet.
Well, JaVale says he expects to start, but they haven't made any sort of announcement yet.
But good competition in your team for fighting for that spot is good for the team itself. So
I agree completely.
I feel like Dwight should start, but go ahead.
So here's my opinion about Dwight. Like when he first got drafted, I was really excited about him. He seemed like he was going to be the next Shaq. I mean, the man is a genetic beast. He is a monster. He looks like a damn superhero.
Yeah.
Like he really does. But something about his game, like his game never developed, and he doesn't have Mamba mentality. Kobe told him last time he was with the Lakers, he doesn't have Mamba mentality. So I'm definitely going to always criticize him from that standpoint. And maybe he'll come out this season. I think in the position he's going to be in this season, it's going to be good enough for him to thrive as long as he can stay healthy. But I feel like he's been getting a lot of unfair criticism lately. Like, and you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, there was a whole story about him supposedly being gay or him being, with some dude, like, after a Wildin' Out show that they did. Wildin' Out with Nick Cannon. I love that show. But he was on the show a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And supposedly in the after party, like, this dude came up to him and they started talking. They started doing their thing. At least that's what the dude is alleging. And so as soon as people heard that, and of course it's just like what this guy is saying, and people make these kind of claims against like athletes and famous people all the time, like, I slept with you, you gay, this, that, or the other, telling lies. So, and people really, like the way how quickly that people latched onto that and started insulting him and dragging his name through the mud and all this, I thought was completely unnecessary. Not because there's anything wrong with being gay. Like if he is gay, that's what he does, then hey, whatever. I don't care. The only thing I care about is what he does on the court. But I think that's really lowbrow, and I think that's really insulting of people to take it to that level, whether you like an athlete or not. And Dwight Howard's a nice dude, Like, if you look at him outside of basketball, I don't think he deserves all that kind of hate. Not that kind of hate. He deserves a little hate on the basketball court at times, but not off the court for something like that. I think that's ridiculous.
Listen, I'm a huge fan of Dwight Howard. All right, I will never say anything negative about him, and I have never said anything bad about him.
You ain't Kobe.
Speaking of the Kobe incident, when he took
Soft.
When he took Orlando to the finals, that was him and Turkoglu and Jermaine Nelson.
Jameer Nelson. You make sure you get my Philly guy's name right.
He's from Philly?
Yeah, he did St. Joe's. They were like 29-1 or something that year. They almost had an undefeated season, but they lost in the
tournament. It was basically them three. All right, and Pietrice. We don't want to. Is that his name, Pietrice? That sounds like a science.
I know, like Pietrice.
But he was from overseas. I want to say he was from Brazil. But
did they have Stojakovic on that team?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, nah. They had Turkoglu, but
I remember they had Turkoglu. Turkoglu was my boy though.
Yeah, I think the other guy was Pietrice. He was pretty nice.
Yeah.
But anyway, he took that team to the finals. They didn't accomplish the goal because Kobe just spanked that ass.
Oh yeah, they got swept, but everybody knew it was.
But then when he went to the Lakers, Kobe called him soft, like you said.
That was actually after. Like, at least on the court, I'm sure he called him soft every day. I'm sure he called him soft every day in the locker room. But that was after Dwight moved on and they were going against each other.
Right.
And then they was like across the court screaming at each other. And he was like, soft, you soft.
Yeah. But the Mamba mentality is basically you consider him soft. So he did kind of set that to him.
Yeah, of course.
But anyway, knowing what we know now, he played that season with a fucking injured back. Look at me cursing right now. It's just I'm mad about.
You curse all the time. I don't know why
I try not
you
to curse in the podcast. I try not to curse in the podcast. I don't know.
It's for adults.
But anyway,
and children. Children hear curse words.
Dwight Howard was hurt that year, and he continued playing. He wasn't 100%, and he tried. He tried playing. He didn't sit out like Bynum did with you guys with the Sixers or what other players do that they sit out. He played, and he wasn't playing to his best ability, but he tried. And now he's been bounced around Houston, Wizards. Where else he played for? I don't know. Atlanta. But now he's back to the Lakers. And I feel like hopefully he gets his shine, he gets his center spot, and thrive. And this gay thing that people are hating on social media.
It's like I tagged you.
As a 9, as a 10, as an 11. Because first of all,
Stephen A. Smith, thank you for that.
First of all, what these players do behind closed doors, who cares?
I don't care.
As long as they ain't doing nothing negative in this world.
Consenting adults, I don't give a shit.
Exactly. If he's gay, which he already said on the record he's not. He had a 20-minute video with, I forgot her name, I'm sorry, but she's with Fox. She did an interview with him, and he already said it. He's not gay, and, it's funny that people think that way, and we have videos that he's, playing around, touching another guy's dick, which is weird.
But there's a video of that?
Yeah.
First I'm hearing of it.
Yeah, he was I think he was with Houston when that happened, and he grabbed somebody's dick.
Well, just to be fair,
and Blake Griffin did that too in Detroit or with the Clippers as well.
But just to be fair, there's all kinds of shit out there like with people like that. Like there's a video with Anthony Davis with him being like butt ass naked with some sort of Asian
getting
shit
raped
too.
or getting.
Hey! You show some respect to Mr. Anthony Davis. Nobody rapes the Brown.
But it was weird. But anyway, I don't give a damn, man. I don't give a damn what he does, who he decides to love. If it's a female or a male, who gives a crap, man?
I don't.
Like I care about is your performance in the court and how you carry yourself as a team and as a team leader. Like
100%.
That's all that matters.
100%.
But he has, and if he's gay, hey, props to you. Like, don't hide from it either. Like, show the world who you are. I believe he's gonna be averaging. You know what? I'm gonna say it
on the record.
He's gonna
you heard
average
it here first.
double.
Okay,
that's
not,
easy.
Yeah, that's not like I thought he was gonna come out with something crazy. Like that's his whole career.
I know, but
that's
you know
his
what?
Whole career.
I don't know if he averaged 20 points a game. I'm gonna put.
Think he might be a 2010 guy.
2010 guy.
Okay,
I'm gonna put that on the record. 2010. I don't know if he did it last year. I don't think he did. I don't think he's done it in a couple of years. But I'm gonna say 2010. All right.
Now, for the record, just so we clear this up, Dwight Howard has already gone on record saying that he's not gay. He's also in an interview said that he actually has more appreciation when people go through after this experience because the whole world came down on him about this, and like we both agree, there's just no need for that. It's just ridiculous. Sometimes the things that we do to other people, especially people that we don't know, is ridiculous. So he's already gone on record saying all that. And it does seem like certain things about this experience has matured him and made him see the world in a different way.
Yes.
So I really appreciate that.
Dwight Howard is still in shape.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he came out to
he's
somewhere out there in LA. What is that? That one beach or basketball court or something like that. Yo, he was ripped.
Yeah, he
was ripped.
He looks slimmer
like
too, like slim ripped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like it's this year is time to shut the haters down.
Mm-hmm.
Just go out there and ball. That's all you got to do.
100%. And talking about Kyle Kuzma too, I just want to end it on this. Talking about Kyle Kuzma, he got hurt in USA basketball, so he might actually miss the first few games. But I do believe that Kyle Kuzma is going to take a step, like an even bigger step. He averaged like 19 points a game last year. I think it's going to be an even bigger step. Unfortunately, though, AD and LeBron is going to turn him into mostly a jump shooter. But he's shooting at like 46, 47% for his career, so he's doing pretty well. So I do expect big things from the Lakers. I really do. But moving on from our Lakers topic, though, there is one thing that we kind of want to do here tonight. Something a little bit different to kind of end our podcast, all right? It's a little something called Topic Roulette. Yes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 3 topics, okay? And I'm just going to name them. I'm just going to say it, all right? I'm going to say it.
Yeah,
okay?
Go ahead.
And then you're going to pick the topic that you think would be most interesting for us to talk about.
All right.
All right? First topic is the Cupcake Kid. Second topic, fun guy demands. Third topic, I ain't no bitch. What you want to talk about? What you want to talk about?
Oh man.
Yeah, sorry, we curse on this podcast. I don't care what he says. We curse on this podcast.
I ain't no bitch.
I like it. I ain't no bitch.
I got it. What's that about? Tell me what's that about?
Mike Scott of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yes.
Mike Scott.
Can I change my answer?
No, it's too late.
All right, go ahead.
Mike Scott of the Philadelphia 76ers went to an Eagles game, the first game of the year when we played the Redskins, right? Okay. And I guess Mike Scott is from the D.C. area. He's a Redskins fan. So he walked up in there wearing a Redskins jersey. And he ended up getting into a fight, a full-on brawl with Eagles fans. They were swinging and everything.
Are you serious?
Like, yo, 100%. There's video and everything. Like, they was going hard, and he was fighting like 3 or 4 dudes. Like, most people of, like, you know, of that level of fame and money, they'll have a whole crew around them. But he ain't had nobody. It was Mike Scott in a Redskin jersey talking about, I ain't no bitch.
Wow.
But what do you think about that? Like, what do you think about...
I love it.
What do you love about it?
I love it.
What do you love about it?
First of all, I love it that he did not have nobody to help him out. And he was just fighting and telling the Sixers, hey,
he probably beat their ass. No, this is the Eagles fans.
Well,
Sixers fans would never dare.
I made
we would never dare.
Did those fans knew that he played for the Sixers?
They know who he was.
Yeah.
And supposedly too, there were some racial slurs that were thrown out towards Mike Scott too. And I'll add a little bit more to the story too. You don't know. I know you probably don't know who this is, but there was a player that used to play for the Redskins named Sean Taylor. He was a safety for them years ago, and he was a really good safety. Sean Taylor got murdered during a home invasion. I don't know. Do you remember? Does this ring a bell?
No.
People broke into his house. I don't know what year it was. I want to say it was at least 10 years ago when this happened. But somebody broke into his house when he was home, and I think his family was there too. And he defended himself and his family against these people, and they killed him dead in his own house. He was a really good safety. Somebody who was on his way
actively playing.
Yeah, really good safety. Actively playing. Like, he was a good safety for them. And he got murdered, and it was like the saddest thing. And even, Eagles fans who aren't complete douchebags like these people who are going after Mike Scott. That's always been something that's kind of like a sore topic, because everybody's like, man, what he could have been. It was terrible what happened to him. These Eagles fans reportedly had a casket with Sean Taylor's name on it. And that's what set Mike Scott off. So he started jawing with them back and forth, and next thing you know, it started going to blows. Next thing you know, they start calling him the N-word. And actually, one of the people who was involved, or not involved, but witnessed it, called in to 97.5, the Mike Missinelli Show, a local radio show here in Philly. And they were talking about what was happening. They pretty much confirmed Mike Scott's version of events. So,
it is a sad world we live in, man.
Right?
First of all, I'm just going to say it one more time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, Joe, but the Philadelphia fans are the worst fans in sport.
I need you to take that, because you've been to Sixers games, and we're not like that at Sixers games. We're talking about Eagles fans.
Yes, but
that's what you're talking about.
Yes, but let me just say this: the Sixers fans are not bad. All right, they're not. They trust the process.
We're great. Like, Sixers are so supportive.
They're good.
So supportive.
And you can wear your jersey of your opposite team, and
you won't die.
You won't die. You won't get heckler. Like, I know this for a fact. But the Eagles fan, oh my God, you guys, the fans.
Not you. Disclosure, I'm an Eagles fan.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a hardcore Eagles fan.
But you're not them.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people.
It's just,
I've been fighting alongside with Mike Scott.
It is not right. It's not right. And then the Phillies fans too. My God, there's this pitcher, or this batter actually, I don't know his name, but every time he steps into the plate, they boo him.
Are you talking about Bryce Harper?
No, not Harper. Mm-hmm. I know Harper. It's another guy that he just doesn't hit. He does not hit.
Well, we boo a lot. So
but they boo him.
And we've had a pretty bad season in the Phillies. So
yeah, but this is like, come on, man. He's playing for your team. Why are you booing him, bro?
Well, we're talking about two different issues.
I know,
being assholes and booing are two different things. True. I completely am down with booing if you're playing like you're crazy. Like, I was fine when they booed Ben Simmons game 1 of the playoffs last year. I was fine when they booed the Eagles last week when we were playing like shit. That's fine. But what happened with Mike Scott is over the line.
See, booing should be used when the ref did a bad call. When the team, hold on real quick, when the opposite team is trying to fight with your favorite team, all right, booing is allowed. But when your teammate is missing jump shot, or is not hitting the bat, or is not catching balls, why are you booing that guy? He's playing for your team that you love. I never understand that.
First of all,
let me finish.
Please. We're back. Let me finish.
We're back.
We're back. Let me finish. All right. You got this. You throw a lot of shade at my people. So I want to respond to this before this is over. But you go ahead and keep throwing your shade.
I'm almost done, though. I'm almost done. That's what she said. But, like...
Let me finish what she said, too.
Like, that's when bullying should be tolerated. Mm-hmm. If your teammate, or if your, guy that's playing for your favorite team is doing something that is not, that is bad, not catching the ball, not hitting the jump shot, not swinging the bat, whatever the case is, not shooting the puck or whatever, making the goal, it doesn't matter. He's playing for your team. Why are you booing him? Okay. Why are you booing? That's just my logic. This ain't wrestling. Wrestling, you can boo the guy, all right? Because he gets paid to get booed, all right? He's a heel, damn it.
That's right. That's right. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. First thing I'm gonna bring up is the last thing you just said about the booing. First of all, you're the boss of us, okay? We boo and we boo. We boo for all kinds of reasons. We're going to boo. And I actually believe that generally, not always, but generally in our professional sports team, people who get booed deserve it. Ben Simmons absolutely deserved to get booed in the playoffs last year because of his effort. Let me finish. He 100% deserved it, you know. Bryce Harper, I think that was over the line. He just got here. Why are you booing this man? Like, he just got here. We paid him $30 million. We got 13 more years of this. Yeah. Why are you booing him now? Like, that made no sense to me. But I will say this, though. Phillies fans are not bad at all. I don't care what you say about them booing a batter, but when you go to a Phillies game, it doesn't even feel like you're in Philly because there are so many other opposing teams' jerseys there supporting the other team.
Right.
Like, it's always half and half. It's half Phillies fans and half whoever we're playing. So to me, that's embarrassing to me when I go to a Phillies game and I see so many other fans of other teams in there. I think we need to support that team a little bit more. Sixers fans are the most supportive fans in Philly. I'm not a hockey fan, but I know Flyers fans are crazy.
They are.
All right, but Sixers fans, we love our team. We love our players. And despite the fact that Ben Simmons was like not showing much effort for most of the season, game one of the playoffs was the first time he actually got booed. And I think for us being able to wait that long as Phillies fans was pretty impressive. All right, I'm going to tell you that. Eagles fans, however, I agree 100%. They are off the hook. Our reputation is completely deserved. People go to the games, they get drunk, they act like complete assholes. They do shit like these people with the whole Sean Taylor coffin, calling out my man Mike Scott, calling him, racial slurs. That was off the hook. And if I was there with Mike Scott, I would have been swinging right along with him. I'm like, I got you, man. I ain't no bitch either.
Too, man.
I ain't no bitch either, Mike Scott.
Yeah.
So me personally, I was embarrassed by that. I was embarrassed as an Eagles fan, and I hope that somehow they found those people and that they banned them from the stadium because we do have a problem, and a lot of it begins with alcohol. Like at a football game, you're tailgating like 8 o'clock in the morning. Nobody should like kill a 30-pack of beer before noon, but that's what they be doing in the parking lot. And they go up in the stadium and they're passionate fans, but honestly, they are kind of ruining the experience from other people. Because not all Eagles fans are like that. If I go to an Eagles game, I'm just trying to chill. I'm trying to watch the game. I'm trying to cheer for my team. I want to be like, that hype Eagles fan, but I don't need to hear all this extra shit around me. I don't need to see all the extra shit around me. And I would never bring a kid to an Eagles game. And that's sad because you should be able to enjoy a football game with your kid or with whoever, like a young person. But I wouldn't feel comfortable. Like, I wouldn't bring anybody to an Eagles fan who I know wouldn't be able to defend themselves because I might be fighting 20 other people while they're trying to jump you. So I might not even be able to help you.
Right.
And I think that's something that whole culture, we've been proud of it for so long, but I think we as a fan base need to kind of look at ourselves and just kind of chill out a little bit. I think it's ridiculous,
I agree. And sports in general is a form of entertainment.
It should be fun.
Don't take it too hard whatever happens in the sport arena or just in wrestling. It's a sporting event. It's just an entertainment aspect. Just enjoy it. Treat each other with respect. Don't be fighting with other crowds because they like another teammate or another team or whatever the case is. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, or else you might get knocked out like Mike Scott did because he ain't no bitch.
Yeah, I gotta see that video actually.
You did. Look at it. I'll send it to you.
I'm glad I picked this topic.
Yeah.
What was the cupcake though?
That was Kevin Durant.
I knew it.
Yeah, that was Kevin Durant about his comments, his recent comments.
We ain't gonna talk about Kevin Durant. Let him heal, all right? Let him heal. All right. Well, it's time to unplug the mics and shut the lights. Settle down. We'll be back another night. Signing off.
This is Joe.
And this is Lito.
Have a great night.
Have a good night.